What's good, everybody? It's your man's Ken Jackson. It's a Ken Jackson experience coming to you from the water front, the inlet actually, not the waterfront, but it is nice out today. A little breezy, but it feels great. I haven't been out in a while. Was kind of sick this past week, and but I'm feeling better now. So figured I'd come on out and grab some of this sunshine and just enjoy the peace. You know, peace is very important to me now. I appreciate it so much more and now that I'm living this retired life and trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up. Because I still don't quite know. But in any case, life is good. Life is just real good. I've come to appreciate it more. You know, when we're young, we're moving fast and, you know, doing kind of dumb shit and not really knowing what our true priorities in life are or should be. But it's all good. We get older, we get wiser sometimes, and we start to realize what's really important. I just dropped the grandkids off at school. Hey, good morning, good morning. All right. And took the baby to daycare. And now I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the day, get some things done, I guess, that I haven't been able to get done these last few days. Probably clean up my face a little bit because I've been bumming around, and you know, just gonna try to get back to a little normalcy. I gotta admit, I was feeling real bad just a few days ago, and it comes and goes, you know what I'm saying? Just things we have to live with, unfortunately. But no matter what, I am grateful for every minute. And you should be too. I know things are tough right now. Things are real crazy. Political climate is out of control. Social climate is I don't even know if we have a social climate anymore, to tell you the truth. Just doesn't seem like society is headed in the right direction. But here's the thing. We have to focus on ourselves individually. There's too much of people focusing on things that are not really their business. Check this out. This is what I love. Let's see. Look at that. That is a nice boat. That is a really nice boat. This is the great thing about South Florida, because we get to experience this shit all year round. All year round. In fact, that's something I think I might do here soon. I might hook up with one of my friends. I got a lot of friends with nice boats, and they're always asking me to come out with them. And I think I'm going to take them up on that offer here. I need to get out and enjoy the water more. Growing up, we used to go out all the time, and it was just real cool. My dad, exposed us to a lot of this stuff when we were young, and I miss it. I haven't been out, on the water in a few years, actually. Even though I live less than a mile away from here, less than a mile away from here. In fact, right up that way, I know you can't see it here because it's so far away. It's not really that far, but see the bridge right there? I live about a half mile, maybe a mile on the other side of that bridge. And so that's why I can come down to the waterfront, and here to the inlet every day when I'm feeling well. It's just peaceful. Does a lot for your mind too when you can get away like that and just kind of relax, get away from the madness and the craziness. I wish more people could do it. I know a lot of y'all out there are just, coping to get through the day-to-day. And I'm at a point in my life now where there's so many things that I just don't give a damn anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to chase the bag. I don't need to impress anybody. I've learned to just enjoy life one day at a time. Because we're not here for very long. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for long at all. Let me take me a little walk down here. I need to walk. But we're not here for long. Our existence is very, very short. And I think a lot of people take it for granted, and we always think that we have plenty of time, and we really don't. Hopefully y'all can hear me with this wind. If you can't hear me, I apologize. I won't be able to tell until I play this back, but like I said, I think a lot of people take life for granted. We always think we have plenty of time until we don't. And that's where I'm at in my life now. I know that I have a lot more days behind me than I have ahead of me. So I just kind of want to enjoy what I have left. Enjoy my family, and just enjoy everything, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. Let's see. Who's this? Uncle, drop some wise things, please. I try. I don't know how wise I am. Let's see, here's another question. Do you choose connecting to nature as a way of escape? Absolutely. Absolutely. I like to escape from the bullshit that life throws at us as much as I can. Because I used to be a part of the bullshit when I was younger. I really was. I was in the music industry for a little over 30 years, and we we weren't always good. You know what I'm saying? We didn't always put out good things. At least me personally, I tried to make sure that I put out good music with the artists that I was working for, but there were so many around us who were on a whole different plan, and they put out bad frequencies and messed up a lot of people. That's why now that I'm older and I'm out of the industry, you know, and I look for peace in myself. Fortunately, I can't honestly say that I never had a personal hand in fucking up anybody's life in the music industry, but I seen it all around me. Let's see. Can you please help us on how to keep moving? Hold on, I can't see that. Oh, keep moving forward even when we're having a bad day. You know what? When I'm having a bad day, I just sit back, you know, and I really think about how grateful I am just to be alive, you know, because tomorrow's not guaranteed and yesterday's gone, so we can't go back and, you know, redo it. So I appreciate the here and now. And right here, right now, I always have the opportunity to make things better. You know, I can work on making my day better. Sometimes you can't, you know, control what goes on throughout the day, but you're 100% in control of how you respond to things. And life throws things at us that we definitely don't appreciate all the time. Things we definitely don't like. Things that seem like it's impossible to overcome. But my mother used to always tell me that no matter what I was going through, she said, this too shall pass. And that's always been true. She never lied. You know, I've had some days in my life when I just thought it was just the end of the world. You know, but then I had to sit back and understand and realize that, you know what, I'm gonna get past it. I'll get past it and it'll be a memory. You know what I'm saying? And it's always better things ahead. You know, so that's how I get through my bad days. So in reality, I can honestly say I don't have bad days because I just appreciate every day and every minute that I have. And I just try to make the best of it. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy at all. It's easier for me now because it's something that I put into practice, you know, the past few years, you know, to be able to get myself to the point where I just don't let things bother me anymore the way that I used to when I was younger. I don't live in my emotions, so I never let my emotions get the best of me. You know, like I said, I control how I respond to things. So no matter what's going on, no matter what I'm dealing with, I just, you know, put on a smile and keep pushing forward, you know, and I work the problem. That's something I learned in the Navy. You know, my superiors in the military always said, hey, you know, work the problem. You know, you can't just lay down and fold. You can't give up, even though we'd like to give up. You work the problem. You work it through to the other side, you know? So that's my answer for you. If you're having a bad day, just work the problem. You know, appreciate the fact that you're living and able to work the problem. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get through it. You know, you'll get through it. You know, no matter how hard it is. You'd be surprised what you can overcome when you just take a step back and you look at the big picture and you realize, you say, wait a minute, I've been through hardship before. Think about all the tough days behind you that you've been through, that are just memories now. And a lot of people out there, a lot of you probably have a lot of bad memories. Make them good memories. You know why? Because they were lessons learned. There were lessons learned. Everything we go through is a lesson to be learned, no matter what. And then take some time for yourself. Pamper yourself. It doesn't take money. Do like what I do out here, just come outside and breathe some fresh air, and just enjoy the outdoors. A lot of people stay cooped up inside their homes all day long and looking at the same four walls every day. That can be depressing. It really can be. I make it a point, when I'm able, if I'm, able to get up off my lazy ass, because I'm lazy as hell now. That's the truth. Since I retired, I find myself enjoying my laziness, but I still make it a point to get up and get outside, and get some sunlight, and feel the breeze on my face. It brings me a lot of comfort and peace, and you'll hear me say that a lot. Peace is important. Think about this. We all have people in our lives, friends, associates, relatives, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I have some of my friends come around and they'll want to vent. They'll want to dump all of their life problems on me. And I don't mind. I love listening to them because, believe it or not, most people like that just need somebody to listen, right? I need somebody to listen every now and then. But when they come and they do that and they dump their problems on me, it makes me appreciate my life. It really does. When I'm listening to other people and the issues they're dealing with, it makes me realize that, you know what? My life ain't that bad, And listen, I don't make as much money as I used to, not even close. I don't live anywhere near the lifestyle that I used to live, but I am so much more content now. I'm so much happier now because I don't have the stress and the pressure with trying to deliver, with trying to satisfy somebody else's desires. I just don't have that anymore. Knock it off with the spam calls. But I appreciate my life so much more now because I do it all for me now. I was doing it for me back in the day, don't get me wrong, but I didn't realize how much of me I was giving away as well. Sometimes, you can't give, you have to be selfish. You have to take care of yourself first. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you damn sure can't take care of anybody else. And so yeah, I'm selfish, and I'm very selfish, but not to the point to where I'm not compassionate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I care about other people and their issues. I really do. And, like I said, I'll listen to any of my friends or family, even if they're getting on my nerves, I'll still listen to them. because I always know that I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So I choose to. And so it's impossible for really anybody to get on my nerves or bother me like that, because everything we do in life is a choice that we make. Uh, if there's someone bothering you, that's your fault, because you allow them to bother you, or you allow yourself to be bothered. I don't allow myself to be bothered. I don't allow myself to be stressed out, you know, by other people's issues. Everything that I do in my life is a choice that I make. So if I choose to be around an annoying ass person, that's the choice I made. I can't blame them, you know? I can't blame them for being annoying. I can't blame them for getting on my damn nerves. I can only blame myself because I chose to allow myself to be in that position at that particular time. You know, we pick our friends. We pick our friends. Unfortunately, we can't pick our family, but we pick our friends. You know what I'm saying? So if you have annoying people in your life, cut them out. Really. You have to be that decisive. We have to make hard decisions every day, you know, about what we're going to tolerate, what we're going to deal with. And at the end of the day, it's always our decision. So, you know, just live your life for you, you know. You don't have to be an asshole. You don't have to be mean or arrogant or anything like that. But you do have to draw boundaries, and you have to let people know. Say, hey, you know, I got to take some time for myself. I do this as much as I can. I come out by the inlet here. Look behind me there. The ocean is right up there around the bend, you know, and I come down to the inlet here, and I like to watch the boats go by. When there's boats, people running by, you know, and jogging and walking their pets, and every now and then you might see some wildlife in the water, you know, or in the rocks. See the rocks down there? All kind of critters running around in there. So, and it's just peaceful and enjoyable. And I might take an hour or two. Sometimes I just come down for a few minutes. I just cruise through just to see what's going on. It just really depends on how I'm feeling, you know, what's on my mind at that particular time. I actually have stuff I need to do today. I do graphic design. I do video editing for other people. I'm not going to call them clients because I don't really charge them. They might donate to my cause, but I don't ask for money or anything like that. And then I do my podcast, you know, and my podcasts are for me. You know what I'm saying? I like to stream for me because it helps me get shit off my mind, you know. Every now and then, though, you know, like I always say, I might have something to say that might be useful to you too, you know. So follow me, subscribe to my channel, help me out with the algorithm. I don't charge you nothing, you know. So it's like just therapy for myself, really, you know. But I like to share my experience. That's why it's called the Ken Jackson Experience, you know. I don't sell shit, I just talk shit. So try not to be a burden to anybody in my life. And because I know one day I'm going to become a burden to somebody, my kids or whatever, because, you know, I anticipate that I might live long enough to the point where I can't take care of myself anymore. And I might need help in my final days. And hopefully they love me enough to say, you know what, we're going to take care of dad, you know, or uncle, or whoever it might be that I might have to lean on when I can't lean on myself anymore. So that's that, you know, that is that. We we just have to make the best of every day and try to make sure that no matter what, we're living life to the fullest. All right, so that's all I got for today. Oh man, I'm gonna drive back to the house. I got some things I need to do. I actually have a client that I'm working with to help them develop a podcast, and we haven't been in touch in a few days, so I got to get on that. Probably thinks I forgot about his project, but as I said before, I wasn't feeling well this past week, so I'm back up on my feet. Life is still good, and that's all there is. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Catch me Sunday nights, 9 p.m. for the Ken Jackson Experience right here on YouTube, Crazy Baby TV World. I will see y'all next time. All right, everybody. Until then, peace. Enjoy the day. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.